and gentlemen, Joe and Anna Grace Uehlein.
Thank you, folks. This first song comes from a collection by High Jarrett and Lou Singer called Little Songs on Big Subjects. It came out in the 1930s, and this song always spoke to me. Freedom doesn't come like a bird on a wing. It doesn't come down like the summer rain. Freedom is a hard-won thing. You've got to work for it, fight for it, day and night for it. And every generation's got to win it again. Pass it on to your children, mothers. Pass it on to your children, brothers. You've got to work for it, fight for it, day and night for it. Pass it on to your children, pass it on. Freedom doesn't come like a morning in spring, doesn't appear like a newborn day. Freedom, it is a hard-won thing. You've got to work for it, call for it, stand up tall for it. And every generation's got to win it again. Pass it on to your children, mothers. Pass it on to your children, brothers. You've got to work for it, fight for it, day and night for it. Pass it on to your children, pass it on. Yeah.
Thank you guys. This next one is a Hazel Dickens song, who I think is a criminally underrated bluegrass artist. And it's a really fun song to sing. It's a tough one, so cross your fingers for me.
All set?
Yeah. I got the early Monday morning working blues. I put on my worn out working shoes. Well, the weekend was too short, but I can't choose. When the Lord made the working girl, He made the blues.
Bob Dylan song. I think of it as being for Donald Trump, but he wrote it way before Trump.
A lot of these songs are like that.
This is called License to Kill. Man thinks, 'cause he rules the earth, he can do with it as he pleases, and if things don't change soon, he will. Man has invented his doom. His first step was touching the moon. Now there's a woman on my block, and she's sitting there
As the night grows
still, saying who gonna take away his license to kill. But now they take him and they teach him and they groom him for life, and they set him on a path where he's bound to get ill. They bury him with stars, sell his body like they do used cars. Now there's a woman on my block, and she's sitting there facing the hill, saying who gonna take away his license to kill. But now he's hell-bent for destruction. He's afraid and confused, and his brain has been mismanaged with great skill. All he believes are his eyes, but his eyes, they just tell him lies. Now there's a woman on my block, and she's sitting there in a cold chill, saying who gonna take away his license to kill. You may be a noisemaker, spirit breaker, heartbreaker, backbreaker, leave no stone unturned. Maybe an answer in a block might be all that you've got to your river you clearly learned. Well, he worships at an altar of a stagnant pool, and when he sees his reflection, he's fulfilled. Man is opposed to fair play. He wants it all, he wants it his way. Now there's a woman on my block, and she's sitting there
as the night grows
still, saying who gonna take away his license to kill. Yeah, who gonna take away his license to kill?
This next one is an Iris DeMent song. It's the titular song of what I think is her newest album still. And it is another one that is, like a lot of the songs we tend to do, just blaringly relevant at the moment. But it reminds us why we keep fighting when times get hard, and why we keep going. That's what I love about this one.
Well said.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. So now we're gonna fill some time so we can tune the guitar. No, it's something. Like I really like this song. This song is just such a joy to sing and to play. We're doing it in a new key today, so that's exciting. Get ready, everybody.
I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. I got so down in trouble, I nearly lost my head. I started waking every morning, filled with sadness, fear, and dread. The world I took for granted was crashing to the ground, and I realized I might
next song is a Bruce Coburn song. That's become one of my favorites to sing. It's also a song that at least the Jerry Garcia band did it. I don't know if the Grateful Dead ever did it or not, but they likely did, but others in the room will know. Tuning in E. Working and waiting in the hot sun. All the rich saints and the fallen ones, working and waiting for the night to come. When you're waiting for and you're waiting for you're waiting for a miracle. Somewhere out there is a land that's cool, where peace and balance are the rule. Working for the future like a mystic jewel. When you're waiting for and you're waiting for you're waiting for a miracle. From the palm of your hand on the ground in pain, in the hopes that you can see. When you're waiting, when you're waiting, stand up tall, pretend you're strong in the hopes you'll be. When you're waiting, when you're waiting, like the ones that cry and the ones that die, trying to set the angel in us free. When you're waiting for you're waiting for a miracle. Scuffle for a nickel, struggle for a dime. Leave your worries behind and hold the line. How come the future takes such a long, long time? When you're waiting for and you're waiting for you're waiting for a miracle. And you're waiting for you're waiting for a miracle. And you're waiting for you're waiting for a miracle.
This next one is a Steve Earle song, but it was originally written for a musical, or someone would say a play with music, if you're in the theater world, that he helped create, and which featured a lot of his music, called Cold Country. It's a piece of documentary theater, and this is actually the only song in it that was written originally for this musical. This was not an existing song like this. Well, I've lived here all my life. Don't know why I'm still surprised that the sunset comes so early to this valley. And if I'm not on my toes, the twilight comes and goes, and I'm all alone with darkness all around me. If I could see your face again, black with gold until you're gray. knew you were the one from the beginning, and I'd give almost anything if I could only see your face again.
So this song, this is a John Prine song, and I believe it's the last song he ever wrote. But it's called I Remember Everything, and it speaks to me as well. I've been down this road before. I remember every tree, every single blade of grass holds a special place for me. And I remember every town and every hotel room, every song I ever sang on a guitar out of tune. I remember everything, things I can't forget. The way you turned and smiled on me the night that we first met. I remember every night, your ocean eyes of blue, how I miss you in the morning light, like roses miss the dew. I've been down this road before, alone as I can be, careful not to let my past go sneaking up on me. Got no future in my happiness, but regrets are very few. Sometimes a little tenderness was the best that I could do. I remember everything, things I can't forget. Swimming pools of butterflies that fly right through the net. I remember every night, your ocean eyes of blue, how I miss you in the morning light, like roses miss the dew. How I miss you in the morning light, like roses miss the dew. I remember everything.
This next one is another show tune, actually. Bringing all the theater songs today. And it was originally written for a very niche musical that I'm sure none of you know, called The Sound of Music. And it's a Rodgers and Hammerstein song, so one that you definitely wouldn't traditionally associate with the Grateful Dead at all. But what I love about it is that it is written as a testament of the Von Trapp's family for their love for their country, even as they're facing rising fascism in their country. And I think it is a beautiful song and is especially relevant today. So this is Edelweiss.
Well, with the Grateful Dead, you never know. They may have done it.
You never know. That's true. I would not be the person to ask.
Neither would I. All right, let's do it. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, every morning you greet me, small and white, clean and bright. You look happy to meet me. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow, bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, every morning you greet me, small and white, clean and bright. You look happy to meet me. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow, bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. I'd like to rest my heavy head tonight on a bed of California stars. Lay my weary bones tonight on a bed of California stars. I'd love to feel your hand touching mine and tell me why I must keep working on. Give this day to dream a dream with you on our bed of California stars. I'd like to dream my troubles all away on a bed of California stars. Jump up on my star bed, paint another day underneath my California stars. They hang like grapes on vines that shine and warm a lover's glass like a friendly wine. Give this world to dream a dream with you on our bed of California stars. So for our last song, Anna Grace is going to sing a Chris Christopherson song that the Grateful Dead played and recorded, and that Janis Joplin had a big hit with. And now you all know what it is we're going to do. And actually, you're supposed to introduce
Well,
this
there's
song.
not really much else to say.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's what I was doing the lead sheets. You guys like the little dance I've been doing this whole time? Yeah, it's one of my favorite songs to sing, so I'm excited to share it with you. Mustard flat in Baton Rouge, I'm waiting for a train, feeling nearly faded as my jeans. Mommy thumbed a diesel down just before it rained and rode us all the way holding mommy's body next to mine. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing, it ain't nothing if it ain't free. Feeling good was easy, Lord, when he sang the blues. Feeling good was good enough for me, yeah. Good enough for me and my Bobby McGee. Bobby McGee. Bobby McGee. Bobby McGee. Bobby McGee. Thank you.
We're ready for John Catlett.
Give it up for Joe Anna Grace Uehlein.
Thanks for listening. I have about enough gas for one other number, and it's hopefully you will take it as an expression of that appreciation. It's been great the last several years traveling around the country and elsewhere playing this music from the 60s. Especially great hanging around with a lot of old friends, making new ones, meeting people along the way, running into people I've known for 40 years or more. And it feels like I've been invited to this wonderful celebration that keeps on going. Yes, actually that's what it's like. It's like a party. A party, yeah, that's it. It's just like a garden party, reminiscing with my friends. A chance to play old memories and do our songs again. When I got to the garden party, lots of people knew my name, but nobody recognized me. I didn't look the same, but it's all right now. I learned my lesson well. You see, you can't please everyone, so you got to please yourself. You know, I've been practicing for these many years. Got lots of material all my own that no one ever hears. What they want is another China rider. Iko would be fine. They'd rather hear dead songs I don't even know from way after my time. But it's all right now. I learned my lesson well. You see, you can't please everyone, so you got to please yourself. Newport, Bob Dylan changed things when he plugged in his guitar that day. Some shouted Judas. Imagine if they had their way. The music is a living inspiration, not a sterile museum piece. Those who want it cast in stone ought to go back to their CDs. But it's all right now. I learned my lesson well. You see, you can't please everyone, so you got to please yourself. Now Shakespeare, he's in the alley with his pointed shoes and his bells, talking to some French girl who says she knows me well. And I would send a message to find out if she's talked, but the post office has been stolen and the mailbox is locked. But it's all right now. Oh mama, can this really be the end? If you can't please yourself, you know you're gonna be stuck with the blues again. go chasing rabbits, and you know you're bound to fall. Stand up straight and do it your own way, or don't do it at all. And if you got to play a garden party, well, all I got to say is lots of luck. But if memories were all I sang, I'd rather drive a truck. But it's all right now, I learned my lesson well. You see, you can't please everyone, so you got to please yourself. La-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-dee, la-di-da-di-dee. Go ahead and please yourself. Now we all know there's a show after this, and there's a show after that. I hope to see you again.